Right from the start, this encounter illustrates how a routine complaint can evolve into a constitutional discussion within seconds. The officer approaches with a specific allegation, not a confirmed violation, which means everything that follows depends on verification. These early moments matter because tone, clarity, and patience can determine whether the interaction stays investigative or becomes confrontational. Viewers should notice how both individuals immediately frame the situation in legal terms, one referencing a complaint, the other asserting rights. That contrast sets up the central tension that will define the rest of this encounter.
I'm all right. How are you, sir?
Okay.
What's going on?
Going to ask you the same thing.
Why?
Because our HR manager called and said you're harassing people for money.
Okay. I'm hard of hearing. Can you speak up?
Our HR manager in the building here called and said you're asking people for money out here.
Who is the HR? What's their name?
His name is JD.
JD? No.
Mm-hmm.
That's, is that what they said?
Yeah, they said there's a male on the front steps with a sign asking people for money.
Okay.
Are we asking people for money or?
I'm not answering any questions.
Okay. Let me see your ID.
Nope.
Yes, sir.
I'm engaged in constitutionally protected activity, sir.
And you're also being investigated for a potential city ordinance violation. So
I'm engaged in constitutionally protected activity. What's your name and badge number?
It's William Holtman. It's 309.
Okay, my name is
Now that
Jeff.
I've given you my name. You need to give me your
My
ID.
name is Jeff, and this is freedom of speech, freedom of religion,
I understand that.
and freedom of assembly on a traditional public forum.
I understand
I am
that.
not asking for money.
Okay. That's what I'm investigating.
Well, all you have is hearsay. I say I'm not. HR manager says I am.
As questioning begins, the key issue becomes reasonable suspicion. Officers are allowed to investigate reported activity, but that authority has limits tied to observable facts. When a situation hinges solely on a third-party statement, the strength of that suspicion becomes a critical factor. This phase is where many encounters either stabilize or escalate, depending on whether new evidence appears. The officer is attempting to confirm a report, while the individual is testing the legal basis of the inquiry. It's a procedural chess match, each move guided by training, knowledge, and confidence.
So that's called an investigation.
Okay, we'll go investigate.
Right now I'm talking to you. I am investigating.
Let's make it clear. I'm engaged in constitutionally protected activities. Wait, just let me finish what I'm saying. I'm engaged in a constitutionally protected activity safeguarded by the First Amendment. Freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom of assembly on public property. Do you understand that?
I understand what the First
You're
Amendment
not
says.
getting my ID.
Okay. Give me your ID.
You're not getting my ID.
I'm not asking.
It doesn't matter if you're asking or not. I'm engaged in
You're fixing
constitution.
to find yourself
You
in jail
don't
for
get
disobeying a lawful order.
you don't get ID for a constitutionally protected activity, sir.
Okay. Headquarters, do you have JD step out?
And I'll let you know I'm not going to resist if you arrest me, but you're making a big mistake if you are. I've already told you I'm not panhandling.
And that's what I'm trying to figure.
Now we see the classic debate over identification. In many jurisdictions, a person is only required to provide ID under specific legal conditions, usually tied to lawful detention. That's why this moment is so pivotal. It's not about attitude, it's about thresholds. If those thresholds aren't met, compliance may be voluntary rather than mandatory. This is often misunderstood on both sides. The tension here comes from uncertainty, whether the situation legally justifies the request, and whether refusal changes the officer's authority or simply prolongs the interaction.
I'm not panhandling.
I don't know why y'all got to do all this constitutional crap and make stuff so difficult.
Constitutional crap?
Yeah, y'all try to hang on this. What y'all try to do is do stuff like this to try to get a reaction so you can
Try to get a
sue us and
reaction
sue
with
the
a
city.
God bless the homeless
I know
veteran
what
sign?
you're doing, man. I've
Okay.
been doing this 17
So you know what I'm
years.
doing? Get back in your car and have a nice day.
As soon as JD comes out and tells me he didn't hear you ask for money, I will.
It doesn't matter what JD. No, it
So
doesn't.
JD says that he heard you ask for money and he's willing to write a statement. You're going to go to jail for
Okay,
panhandling.
let's go to jail. Let's do it.
I want to talk to JD first.
Let's do it.
I'm just
Hook
telling
me,
you
look,
where we're at.
hook me up for freedom of speech, freedom of religion. You've already been put on notice that you're going to. I'm exercising a constitution protected right.
And you've also been put on notice that if JD, who is an employee of this city, is willing to write a statement that says you were panhandling,
Okay.
I'm going to put you in jail.
Well, then JD will be his qualified immunity be in jeopardy too.
What was your last headquarters?
When legal terminology enters a conversation, the dynamic shifts from street-level interaction to constitutional argument. References to amendments, ordinances, and court rulings signal that both parties believe the law supports their position. This can either clarify matters or complicate them, depending on accuracy. Officers are trained primarily in enforcement and procedure, while some citizens study case law extensively. When those worlds collide, encounters can become debates rather than investigations. The outcome often depends less on who speaks louder and more on who understands the applicable statute correctly.
Call 4205 or trunk.
All right, let's just go ahead and start recording.
That's fine. I've been recording since before I pulled in the parking lot. That's all I'm doing.
That's fine. I'm engaged in constitutionally protected activity safeguarded by the First Amendment. God bless freedom of speech. God bless freedom of religion. God bless freedom of assembly on public property.
I just want you to know the other side of your statement is absolutely incorrect. The other side of your
Panhandling is not a
panhandling
crime?
is a crime.
All right. If I panhandle in front of you, will you arrest me?
I absolutely will.
Okay. When the next person comes by,
Violation of our city
the next
ordinance.
person that comes by, I will ask them for money.
That's fine.
At this stage, the discussion turns to the distinction between local ordinances and higher legal authority. This is a complex area of law that even seasoned professionals sometimes misinterpret. Municipal rules can regulate behavior, but they cannot contradict constitutional protections. Determining whether a rule is valid requires context, location, wording, enforcement standards, and prior court decisions. What you're witnessing is essentially a live legal dispute unfolding curbside, with neither side willing to concede ground until the facts, or lack of them, become undeniable.
You're welcome to do so. Just
I haven't
understand
done
you will be placed under arrest
I haven't
at
done
that
so
time.
to this point, but I might do so.
I haven't said you had. I told you what I've been told.
All right. Panhandling is a constitutionally protected activity.
No.
It is free. Yes, it is.
It's a violation of the city ordinance.
It's
and
freedom
if
of
you do
speech.
it, you're going to go to jail.
Freedom of speech.
No, it's not.
All right, I'm putting you on notice. I'm going to panhandle. It's freedom of speech.
And I'm putting you on notice that when you do, you will be arrested.
Okay. Listen.
Standing here with a sign and saying "God bless the homeless vets," you're absolutely right.
So is
It's-
panhandling.
Is not a crime.
Panhandling is a freedom of speech as well.
No,
The
sir,
courts.
it's not. It's a
Are
violation.
you
of
in
the city
contempt of
ordinance.
court right now? Are you in
We're not
contempt
in
of court?
court. How can I be in contempt?
Because the
of court?
courts have said that panhandling is a freedom of speech issue. It's a freedom of speech.
If that was the case, then it wouldn't be on our books as,
Yes, it
as
would.
a city ordinance.
Yes, it would.
Well, then
That's
between
why
you
the
and
courts have
court.
done it. That's why the courts have had to rule on this.
Have him step down, please.
Notice how the arrival of another party changes the tempo. Additional witnesses or involved individuals often bring clarity because they introduce new information. Investigations rely on corroboration, and when first-hand testimony replaces assumption, decisions become easier. This is why officers frequently seek statements before acting. It's not hesitation, it's verification. The presence of another voice can defuse tension, confirm or disprove allegations, and shift the encounter from speculation to a resolution. In many cases, this step is what prevents unnecessary enforcement.
Panhandling is not a crime.
It is in the city.
Matter of fact,
ordinance.
it's not only not a crime, it's a constitutionally protected activity safeguarded by the
Where
First
in the
Amendment.
Constitution does it say you can panhandle?
Freedom of speech,
That's not freedom of speech.
freedom of association. It's not,
No, it's not.
according to who?
Nowhere in the First Amendment does it say you can panhandle without reprisal.
It says that I can talk to people, doesn't it?
It does, but the city ordinance for soliciting alms and contributions also says that you can't ask people
That's
for
a
money.
content-based restriction.
Okay, whatever.
That's a content-based restriction.
JD's on the way down. You have the right to face your accuser. That's in the Constitution
Okay,
too.
that's fine.
Shows that he got a ticket for the date of birth 1993-06-11, 1993-06-11.
People have offered me money, I haven't taken it.
Here the tone softens, and that's significant. De-escalation doesn't always come from authority. Sometimes it comes from realization. When evidence fails to support an initial claim, professionals are expected to adjust accordingly. This is a crucial part of procedural integrity. Changing course when facts change. What began as a potential violation now appears less certain, and you can see how that uncertainty affects posture, language, and pacing. Moments like this demonstrate that restraint can be just as important as action in public official interactions.
Panhandling is a First Amendment protected right.
No, it's not.
JD, panhandling is freedom of speech. So even if he arrested me for panhandling, it would be a violation of my rights, and I would be suing you guys.
Okay.
All right?
That's your option to do so. Panhandling is a violation of the law. I can give you the code section if you want to do
Code, that's fine. Your code section doesn't override the United States Constitution and the freedom of the First Amendment to the United States Constitution.
As long as he's not asking for money, he's not violating. Like standing there with the sign, he's right. I have no issue with that. Yeah, we just got it. But panhandling is a crime.
Panhandling is First Amendment protected activity.
Let me talk.
Freedom of speech. Well, I'm just going to correct you every time you say it. I'll leave at 5 o'clock since it closes at 5, but that's
We
fine.
just had a complaint of somebody that was actually looked like a panhandler, so that's why this all
All right.
happened. So I'm sorry.
But
And I told you I was going to investigate it, did I not?
Yes.
And I told you I was going to call JD and ask him what he heard, right?
All right.
And have I not done that?
Yeah, but you were threatening to put me in jail for not giving ID.
Well, technically you're required about
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. You want to try that? We can go that route too.
But I'm not going to give you the reaction you're looking for.
My reaction, the reaction I'm looking for is with a God bless the homeless veteran sign is just people just to leave me alone. That's all.
Listen, you got to understand, people call us and allege that a crime is committed. We come and investigate it. It's called an investigative process. It's literally what they pay us to do.
Well, panhandling is not a crime either. Even if I was
That's
panhandling,
your-
it is not a crime.
That's your opinion.
No, it's not. It's the court's opinion. It's the federal court's opinion.
Anyways, have a good day. We're done.
All right, you too.
Nobody can say, yes, I heard that. I wanted to hear.
So even if I asked JD, if I asked you for money, would I go to jail right now?
No, you're not going to get the reaction.
Okay, JD, can I have some money? I'm panhandling.
I'm not fighting. I'm not
Yeah,
stupid.
good. You shouldn't be because it's a freedom of speech thing.
No, it's not.
Yes.
It's a violation of city ordinance.
You're walking away and getting in your car because you know better.
You got a smartphone. Look up north. It's called Unity.
You know better. You're getting in your car and you're leaving because you know better.
Some contributions.
You don't want to go that route. You don't want to